Today I have a pick a card reading for you on what your message is on where you currently are in your life. So I was actually drawn to do this particular pick a card because I've been having a lot of clients reach out to me lately on wanting a little bit more clarity on where they are in life. And as I was meditating one day, my spirit guides sort of came forward and said this was something that I would be able to actually do a specific reading on and let people individually choose based off of what their intuition guided them towards. So here I am for you today with this beautiful pick a card. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. I do zodiac monthly reads as well as pick a cards, and today you are going to be graced with a beautiful pick a card on the message that Spirit wants you to know based off of where you currently are in your life. So before we get started, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes and take in a nice big deep breath. Allow yourself to get very nice and centered around your specific body and just let your intuition naturally guide you toward one of the decks that you see in front of you. So as we get started, let's go ahead. This is going to be pile 1. And this is the beautiful stone that is with it. I absolutely love this beautiful stone. This is going to be pile 2. And here is the stone that is with pile 2. Pile 3, and here is the beautiful stone for pile 3. My camera's not really wanting to focus today. And pile 4. This beautiful chevron amethyst for pile 4. So once again, this is going to be pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So let's go ahead and get started and see what message Spirit has for you in regards to where you currently are in life. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your message on what Spirit wants you to know about where you currently are in life. So let's go ahead and get right into your message. So right off the bat, we have our first card is going to be health. So this is really going to pertain to Spirit wanting you to be very well aware of how you are taking care of yourself. Are you maintaining emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, physical health? Health is really something that is going to be very important for you here. And Spirit really wants you to make sure that you are giving yourself enough time to take care of those aspects of yourself here. I feel that a lot of times here, pile 1, we often don't really heed the call of our own body, and our body really does signify to us the things that we ultimately need. And this is really a call for you to focus on your well-being and your self-care. Really explore any practices that you currently have in your day that you really need to sort of enhance or have it be a part of your routine. This is really about making sure that you're sticking to a particular practice, a morning ritual, a evening ritual, This is really to allow yourself to balance out your emotional well-being, your spiritual well-being, and your physical well-being. Next, we're going to look at where you currently are in life. So first card we have is going to be Spark. And this is a beautiful card. And then next we have Intention. This is also a very beautiful card. Okay, so what is this telling me here, pile one? What this is specifically telling me is that with this Spark card, you're really focusing on really bringing in a lot of divine creativity. It's almost as if Spirit is really wanting you to primarily focus on things that are bringing you joy. If you're currently feeling, inspired to partake in particular projects, whether this is painting, whether this is working with your hands, whether this is a musical instrument, whatever it is, whatever you are being ignited by, this spark or this desire, it's really wanting you to fulfill that. One thing you really need to be very clear on here, pile one, is that when Spirit gives you these sparks of ideas or inspirations or desires, passions, the more that you fulfill those passions, the more aligned you become and the more in balance you become. It's also important that when we transition into intention, right? So if there is something that you are trying to create here, if there is something that you are wanting to sort of bring to fruition, you have an idea, something that you're wanting to sort of be born, like you're wanting it to be born, right? You have to align with the things that sort of bring you that spark and that joy. You have to have that balance of everything, right? When you are not, mentally well, like if you're constantly stressed or you're constantly fretting over the things that you're worried about, it's going to show not only in your inspirational ideas or in your physical, emotional mentality, but it's also going to show in the things that you are creating here. So let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards to see what else Spirit can provide us here. So we have the Two of Cups here in reverse. Okay. And then we have the King of Cups. Okay, so right off the bat, we are looking at emotions here. The Seven of Pentacles. All right, the Four of Cups. So right off the bat, already we're looking at all of our emotions here, pile one, and Temperance. Okay, so what is this initially saying here? What this is initially saying is that these first two cards is going to really be in line with your spark, right? The things that you are being divinely guided by. Understand that when you're given these specific desires, know that those are coming directly from your divine guidance. They're coming from divine source. The Two of Cups with the King of Cups truly signifies to me that you need to be very in line with your emotions. A Two of Cups in reverse really shows me that you're not really tuning in to your own desires, your own specific desires. And it really sort of tells me that you're not really, it's more like you're adhering to other people's desires instead of your own, right? Like your higher self is really trying to get you to really connect to what your deep desires are. And with this King of Cups, it's really about putting yourself first, recognizing that you are giving to yourself, that you are, nurturing yourself, you are providing for yourself here. I really feel that where you currently are is that you're in this space right here with this Seven of Pentacles, pile one, where you're sort of contemplating everything that you've sort of been through. You're contemplating how you're really feeling. You're really looking at all of the energy and the emotions that you have fully invested into, whether that's relationships, that's your own well-being, whatever it might be, you're sort of contemplating it, you're evaluating it, you're really asking yourself, is all of this energy that I've put into this particular thing really satisfying me? Is it really giving me what I thought it was giving me? Is it really giving me what I was expecting from it? And this is currently where you are. Understand that where you currently are, it's sort of making you feel a little apathetic. You're not like 100% satisfied with where you are. And ultimately what Spirit is saying is that if you want to change, you're going to have to make the necessary changes. And I feel that this is really, because you have so many cups here, I really feel this is really about you really needing here, pile one, to really listen to your own inner guidance, listen to your own inner heart. Understand that when things are presented to you here with this Four of Cups, if you're too busy focusing on all the things that did not satisfy you, because notice, look how here she is really looking at her past. She's not even focused on what is being presented to her here presently. And understand, pile one, that when you're too busy focusing on the past, on what could have been, you're not fully aligned in your heart center. This is really calling to you. Understand that, you know, a King of Cups is someone who is in control of their emotions. They master their emotions. They understand that if they're seeking peace, if they're seeking solitude, if they're seeking something specific that comes from the heart, they're going to tune inwardly. They're not going to look for outside sources to fulfill that for them. And here, with this Two of Cups, it's you being out of alignment. Understand, I feel it has a lot to do with your emotional health here, because your first card was health, and it was really about finding that balance, right? Learning to tune into the things that bring you joy, that make you feel inspired and motivated, you know, and really want to jump out of bed and do that first thing in the morning, because the more that you do that, the more you'll be able to really feel the things that you're wanting to create here. Understand that with Temperance, it's really about transforming. It's about the alchemy. It's about, you know, transforming water into wine, but it's also about recognizing that there is a balance, recognizing that there is, you know, a balance of both light and dark. There's a perfect time. There are cycles to each and everything. There's action that has to take place here when we are truly trying to create something and build something for ourselves. So let's see what our guidance is here. So beautiful. We have yin energy right here, pile one. So what this is really telling me is that with this yin energy, this is really feminine energy. It's about receiving. And what I love about divine feminine energy here is that it truly wants you to sort of embrace your own ability to be able to receive. One of the primary messages here with the yin energy is that it's about understanding that, you know, okay, so here's what this is saying. I feel that ultimately when I'm looking at these cards right here, okay, I feel that ultimately what this is saying here with this yin card is that you're too busy trying to make things work. You're not really focusing in on how doing specific things are truly making you feel. And you're not allowing other people to give to you or to allow yourself to receive. With this yin card, understand it's a 2. So again, it's about balance. And we see that here with the Temperance card. We see the balance that needs to take place, right? The yin is really about the principle of receptivity. It's about letting somebody else make the first move. It's about really gathering the information and allowing ourselves to consciously be aware of what needs to transpire. Again, that points really clearly here with the Spark card. It's really about gathering how you are feeling about the things that you are doing, okay? Next, we have Oh, Treasure Island. I absolutely love this here for you, pile one. So Treasure Island is really about seeking that deep treasure within yourself. What I love about this particular card here is that it truly signifies, what I love is that, look at the turtle, this beautiful turtle, and how it's carrying this treasure, right? It's carrying this specific treasure. Turtles are known to be very slow, right? But understand that the message with that is that slow and steady wins the race. It's not about trying to get to the finish line first. That's not what it's about. Now, what I want to point out here is that these cards right here, and this is what I love, right? These cards right here, this is truly signifying to you that when it comes to Treasure Island, it's really about focusing on the law of attraction. It's about focusing on the things that we are specifically attracting. And one of the things I always tell my clients when they're really trying to manifest something here is I try to pinpoint them on their thoughts, but more importantly, pinpointing them on their emotions. How do you feel when you're with someone specifically? How do you feel when you're actually doing a specific task? How do you feel about that idea that you just had? The law of attraction is about bringing your dreams into fruition, right? It's about that positive thinking allows you to manifest the things that you are truly intending. And I feel that with this intention card, it's being very clear here, pile one, about what it is that you're truly desiring. Understanding that you can have this good fortune. You can have everything that your heart desires here with this Treasure Island card. All it means is that you need to ultimately dig deep within yourself, really figure out right here with the Seven of Pentacles, what it is that you specifically, what is it that you're trying to achieve? What is it that you're trying to feel? One thing I often, tell people when they're like, I want to manifest more money. Well, money is energy, right? And energy is based off of the vibrational frequency that you align yourself to. Most of the times when people focus in on money here, pile one, they're focusing on the lack of not having the money. And so the first thing that I get them to do is align to the actual frequency, the vibration, the emotion of what they would experience when they had the money. So it's about really aligning to that frequency, to that vibration. So now let's look at what your last message is. And this is going to be from the Magic of Unicorns. And you have number 40, which is Stargate of Lyra. So this is about expanding your own awareness, right? And this ultimately right here, this Stargate is really about expanding your consciousness, expanding your own awareness. This one specifically talks about that higher learning. It talks about the casual chakra. And it talks about how when you can truly align to that higher aspect of yourself and truly allow yourself to receive this internal guidance from above and allow it to settle deep within your heart, which is where your soul resides, you'll be able to receive all of the beauty and the magnificence that you ultimately are desiring and wanting to achieve here. And I absolutely love this. Again, we have the rainbow right here with this Stargate of Lyra. And the rainbow to me really ultimately signifies the chakra system. The first card right off the bat was health for you, which is orange, which does resonate with the sacral chakra. And sacral chakra is where all of our creativity is stored, where our desires are stored on the things that we are ultimately wanting to create. And that is where I feel you need to sort of do a little bit of healing here, because I ultimately really feel that this is currently where you are in life. And the message and the guidance for you is learn to become the master of your own emotions. Really figure out in your heart of hearts here, pile one, what it is that you're truly intending, what it is that you're truly desiring. You need to align with the emotion of the thing that you are wanting to create. How is it going to make you feel? What could you currently do in this moment that can help you align to feel that type of energy, that type of frequency, so that it can continue to push you forward towards this ultimate infinite, treasure of full potentiality. Again, your message is also about really being very, really listening to your health. What is it that you ultimately need? And I feel that this is where you need to give that to yourself. So pile one, this is your message. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your message. This is going to be a message from Spirit on what they want you to know about where you currently are in life, what you're currently experiencing, what you're currently going through. So let's go ahead and dive right into your message here, pile two, and see what Spirit really wants you to know about what is currently going on in your life and where you are. So right off the bat, we have number 74, which is nature. Okay, so Spirit's first message for you here, pile two, is really going to be about getting out in nature. I feel that this is where you're going to find a lot of balance, where you're going to find a lot of restoration. And I feel that this is where you are ultimately going to find a lot of clarity. You need to spend some quality time out in nature. It has the ability to actually heal and replenish you. And it sort of takes away all of that, tiredness, that anxiousness, any type of, draining emotion that is sort of eating at you. And it's really wanting you to sort of spend that time out in nature. Pile two, what I'm really seeing here is that you might be someone that is very much an empath, someone who really absorbs other people's energy without even realizing it. And spending at least even 10 minutes outside. You don't need to spend a whole lot of time outdoors, but what you are needing is at least 10 minutes a day for you to actually ground. What transpires when you're actually out in nature is you are basically grounding yourself to Mother Nature by being out in nature, and Mother Nature absorbs all of those energies that you're currently carrying with you and transmutes them into unconditional love. And that's how it restores your energy. That's how it sort of replenishes you. It's sort of like you are a battery. And whenever you run out of energy, right? Whenever your battery gets depleted, your natural plug-in is straight to source, which is nature, right? So the sun, being out with the trees and hearing the birds naturally recharges your battery. And so this is what Spirit is really wanting you to sort of be aware of. This is something that you ultimately need here. Now let's see where you currently are and what you're currently going through. So next up for you, pile two, we have follow the leader. Okay. We have follow the leader, and then we have ghost lands. Okay, all right. So here's what this is really ultimately telling me. With follow the leader here, I really feel that this is Spirit's way of really wanting you to know that I feel that what you're being asked to do right now is to take the lead. Okay, pile two, here's what I'm seeing with follow the leader. So what this is really saying is that Spirit is really wanting you to take the lead, okay? It's wanting you to sort of go with the flow in your authenticity, truly allow yourself to be who you are. And understand that you are meant to actually find your own balance. Your foundation of who you are here is being a leader. You are being called to lead others by example. All of the knowledge, the wisdom, all of the information that you particularly have gained here, pile 2, is really about learning to teach others. This is really about you learning to be brave, understanding that the experiences that you've had and the adventures that you have been on have really sort of helped you become who you are. It has made you authentically who you are. And understanding that by going through that and going through this particular journey here, it has led you towards the heart center. Again, look, you've got a tree here with nature, and this is really about going to your center, right? Understanding that you have a lot of skills, you have a lot of knowledge, wisdom that you need to share just by being authentically you. It's not about following the lead of others or doing what others do. This is about doing what you do and doing it naturally, because that is your gift. That is your talent. That is who you are, and that is what you are meant to do here. And as we move on to number 17, which is Ghostlands, what this message really is that, you know, Ghostlands, I often refer to it as you're either too much into the past or you're too much into the future, and you're not in your present moment. And that often transpires when you're too busy following what other people are doing. That drains you. That drains your specific energy here, pile 2. So what this is really saying here is that they really need you to be present and in the moment. They really need you to focus in on who you are and live through that authentically. So let's see what tarot cards you've got here. You've got the 2 of Wands. Great. This is about going on a new adventure. You have the Tower card here in reverse. So change, right? We don't want to resist change. The High Priestess is about really listening to our intuition, listening to our gut, right? Understanding that when change transpires, we're not going to know the path, the world. So this is a completion. Understand that you are going through this full completion because you're needing to, yes, stand in your own power. The 7 of Wands. Beautiful. So this is ultimately what Spirit's message is for you here, pile 2. So with this 2 of Wands, what this is ultimately saying is that everything that you have learned here with this wand right here is done, right? You're putting it aside. Now it's time for you to start planning, right? To start organizing and sort of putting action towards the things that you're now wanting to sort of take charge in and move towards. Understand that with the Tower in reverse, this sort of signifies to me that when we don't take action, certain things transpire in our life. And sometimes it happens in moments when we're not expecting it. And it happens sometimes when we fall into this voice or this role of, why does this always happen to me? When I see a Tower card, what the Tower card is often saying is that, you know, things happen the way that they are meant to happen. And a lot of times when we don't take the necessary steps or the action that we need, Spirit takes it for us, right? And that is usually what causes the chaos in a Tower moment. We're thrown completely out of the Tower sometimes without willingly going. And so that is what causes so much confusion and chaos. But the true message with the Tower here, pile 2, is that you need to learn to see the light through the chaos, okay? So that means that we have to turn to our intuition here. Our intuition is ultimately the light in the darkness that we have to turn to. It's going to lead us in the direction, and it's going to give us all of the answers that we are seeking and that we need, because it knows all, right? The High Priestess sees things in the unseen world and also can structurize it in the seen world. And this is why it's so important for you to really be aligned with your intuition. Understand that by aligning to your intuition, it's going to lead you to so much enlightenment that you are going to rise above and beyond, right? And what it's truly trying to tell you here is that when you learn to take the lead here, right? Learning to lead can be very challenging, right? It can throw us off in so many ways, right? But this is what I feel you ultimately need. This is where your new adventure is taking you here, pile 2. Because it's what you need to understand is that you're going to understand at a much deeper level here with the High Priestess, that deep inner knowing that, living in the past, living in the future, moving too far ahead into the future to try to plan it, you're going to recognize that it's going to slow you down instead of actually letting you be exactly on pace, right? The world is really about enlightenment and a completion. It's about an end of cycles. And I really feel that the cycle of, constantly living in the past or constantly trying to plan our future is not really how you are thriving in life. It's how you are surviving. And I feel that what Spirit is really wanting you to understand here with the 7 of Wands is that you have the power here. You have to take control of what it is that you are wanting. And you have to understand that you are protected. No one is going to sabotage you other than you. And you have to stand in your power and claim what is rightfully yours. And that is what this 7 of Wands is. So let's look at the advice here, pile 2. So here we have a change in the wind. Okay, beautiful. Now what this is really saying is that this is about moving in a new direction. Right? A change in the wind is really about understanding that when things change, it's better for us to not resist it. And it's better for us to go with the flow than it is for us to actually resist the change, because we don't accomplish anything out of resisting. We don't learn anything. We simply just end up sort of, what's the word? It's like, understand that when a change in the wind occurs, right? It's very resemblance of a tower. So here's what they're saying, okay? What they're saying is that if you don't take the lead, okay, understand that it's going to feel a lot more difficult for you. It's going to feel that it's going to be a massive shift that you ultimately are not going to be prepared for. And that is what's going to feel so uncomfortable to you. Understand that as human beings, we want that certainty. We want that stability. We want to know that everything is going to be okay. But with the High Priestess here, what it's saying is that just because you can't see what is transpiring doesn't mean that you can change it. Because understand that things occur the way they are meant to occur for a specific reason here, right? And what it's saying is that, when you can tune into your intuition, when you can really allow yourself to embody the High Priestess and allow yourself to sit in that inner guidance and that intuition here, pile 2, you will know without a shadow of a doubt that this change is actually essential. You will know that it is needed, right? Understand that you're needing this transformation because it's wanting you to be the leader. You have to be the leader of your own life. So now let's look at our next message. So now we have no place like home. Love this. So this is going to really talk a lot about that follow the leader. No place like home is really about you being in your being so comfortable in your own skin, being so authentic and loving exactly who you are, because that truly aligns you with your purpose here, right? That's part of this whole enlightenment that you are going to experience here. And I feel that what's currently transpiring is that maybe this is a shift that you have already felt. Maybe it's something that you feel is coming here, pile 2, or maybe it's something that's already transpired. But understand that as this shifts, to really tune into your intuition and really connect with nature, allow nature to sort of balance out all of that unsettledness, that uneasiness that you are experiencing. Because when it's all said and done, when it's over with here, pile 2, you're going to feel like you're at home. It's going to feel so amazing to you, and you're going to be so authentically you that nothing is going to stand in your way. And I absolutely love this, pile 2. Yes. So next we have listen to your heart. Okay, so this matches perfectly with the High Priestess, because this is about really awakening to your psychic abilities, really tuning into your heart and tuning into your divine essence, who you really are. And connecting with nature is really going to do that for you, pile 2. I feel that when you allow yourself to truly connect to nature and what nature has to offer you, you are going to understand who you really are. You're going to be so comfortable in your skin, so authentically you, that you're not going to want to follow the lead of anybody else. You're going to want to stand proud and allow your own light to shine. And that is what your message is here. This is an absolutely beautiful message, pile 2. I absolutely am in love with this message. I thank you so much for joining me here, pile 2, and I hope that it has provided you with a lot of clarity and a little bit of insight. And I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your message. This is going to be a message on what information and what insight Spirit really wants you to know about where you currently are in life. So let's go ahead and dive right into your message here, pile 3, and see what information Spirit has for you. So pile 3, right off the bat, we have number 48, which is financial discipline. Okay, I feel that what their primary message is going to revolve sort of around you needing to be more aware about where you are spending your energy and your money. Because this is financial discipline, I really feel that this message is really about you really learning to be a little bit more discreet with your finances, learning a little bit more to budget, right? This is about you needing to build a stronger foundation for your future. Understand that you are always provided with opportunities to bring in more abundance, okay? Understand that whenever you're provided with those opportunities, they are easily accessible to you. But what oftentimes tends to happen is we fail to take action, right? When opportunities are presented to you here, pile 3, Spirit really wants you to take action towards the steps that you need to making that become a reality. Right? Understand that you have to set your intention to financially secure and take the appropriate steps on how that is going to be achievable, right? So if you're really truly trying to save money, do you have a specific budget where you have it set up that every paycheck you have a certain amount that is going towards saving, right? Are you really looking and being very detailed and intentional about what it is, what your finances really look like, right? Maybe you're spending a little bit more money than you actually intend to spend. So this is about being a little bit more aware of where you are spending your money. And I feel it's also about where you are spending your energy. So let's see where you currently are. Number 13, solitude. Okay, this is about needing to set aside some time and some quiet. And then we have flying. Okay, all right. I absolutely love this. Okay, so number 13, solitude, as I mentioned earlier here, pile 3, this is really about needing to set aside some time for some quiet, right? Really allowing, whether this is in meditation, whatever it might be, it's really about you really connecting with your inner essence, right? You really connecting, understanding that you have to be comfortable with who you are and where you are in order to replenish yourself. So I feel that this is about, really about meditation, right? I feel that a lot of times what meditation really does and what it offers people here, pile 3, is that it helps sort of quiet the mind. Because I feel a lot of times we spend so much time in our heads. We're constantly thinking about what ifs. We're constantly thinking about the things that we want to change, the things that we wish could be different. We're either too busy in the past or we're too busy in the future that we're not even aware of where we are needing that balance or what currently needs to be replenished or restored in our mental capacity and also in our physical capacity. So with this solitude, what it's really wanting you to understand is that you need time to empty your mind. You need time for stillness so that you could hear the soft whispers of your intuition and of your soul, because it's going to provide you with the guidance that you need. It's going to provide you with the answers that you are seeking. Because I feel that if you're really asking for guidance here on your finances here, pile 3, or on your financial security, and you're not getting the answers, it's because you are not setting aside time to be very intentional on asking for that information. If you're the type of person who actually sits down and you meditate for 10 minutes and you're like, just what information do you want me to know? They're not really going to answer that specific question because you didn't ask for that specific question. You have to be very intentional about what it is that you're needing, what it is that you're intending, right? Your intentions speak volumes here, pile 3. So this is really about learning to focus, right? And meditation does that. It helps you truly focus. And that is what you need, because you need to focus on your finances, but you also need to focus on your own mental health. Okay, and now we're going to move on to number 20, which is going to be flying. Now, this is really about learning to see things from a higher perspective. So again, when I'm looking at this, what this is really telling me here, pile 3, is that in order for you to really achieve the financial discipline that you are needing, what it's really wanting you to do is understand that the quiet and the stillness, the meditation, is really going to help you see things from that higher perspective. It's going to help you see with a higher power. It's going to help you be able to sort of soar above the current issues that are transpiring right in the physical moment, but will also allow you to connect to that higher wisdom, that higher guidance. And that is where I feel you currently are. So I feel you're currently, this doesn't have to be financial for everyone with this particular pile. It could just ultimately represent, the discipline that you need in everything in your life, whether that's discipline in your work, discipline in your, being your own boss, whatever it is, whatever efforts that you're putting in. This is about understanding that you have to have a balance of everything, right? This isn't about just making sure that you're putting all of your coins in one basket. It's about diversifying. It's about making sure that you have equal amounts in each one of the baskets, because this will help you truly see from that higher perspective. So let's look at the tarot here, pile 3. Okay, right off the bat, you have the King of Pentacles. So this truly signifies to me here, right? This represents the Midas touch. This is about you are the King of Pentacles so that you can have all of the resources that you need here with this financial discipline. The Two of Pentacles, it's about finding that balance. Again, as I was saying, making sure that you're putting, coins in each one of the baskets and not just in one, okay? Then we have the Sun. So this is about a breakthrough, right? This is about understanding that we can break through the barriers that we are currently facing in, any type of thing that we are experiencing. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So making sure that when we are connected intuitively and we're finding time for that stillness and that meditation, it is going to provide us, right, that inspiration, that divine guidance that we're going to get from above. And then the Two of Swords. Okay, so this is about making a choice, right? It's about understanding that the choices that we make ultimately put us in the positions that we are in. So as I sit here and I look here, pile 3, what I'm seeing with the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles is that understanding, a king is the authority over all of his resources, right? So that's going to be money, materials, it's going to be property, it's going to be home, that kind of thing. He is the king of that. He is the ruler of all of that. He is the authority. But he has so much wealth and knowledge that he shares that, right? So everything that he touches turns to gold. He knows that he has that power and that capability. But he also recognizes that it takes balance, right? We have to learn to balance. We have to choose the higher road, okay? What I often look here when I see this particular Two of Pentacles, when I see this red drum with this white drum, this red drum right here often signifies to me that I feel that you're really stuck in a route of survival here, that you're not really allowing yourself to be discerning about what is truly going on, right? Because ultimately the balance that you need is in the white drum, which is that higher aspect, which is where the meditation and the solitude comes in, right? It's learning to become the master of your own mind and understand how out of balance you are when it comes to your thoughts associated with money or with resources, okay? The Sun truly is that breakthrough. It's that freedom that we feel, that bliss that we feel when we've accomplished something. And what Spirit's really wanting you to know here, pile 3, is that you will become successful, but you have to find the balance. You have to find that time to really silence the mind and really understand your own mind and understand how your mind sort of plays those illusions and those tricks on you. When I see the Sun, it often signifies to me here, pile 3, that you're going to have some breakthroughs, some aha moments that you will overcome. And as long as you can see the bigger picture, as long as you can see a different perspective and utilize your own insights, your own inspiration, and your own desire to move through that, you will move through that very quickly. I want to point out that the one thing that I see here with the 13 reduces to a 4, which is about foundations. 4s is really representative of the hard work that we often do to build that financial security that we often seek. And understand that as you do this hard work, as you allow yourself to explore your inner thoughts, your inner, desires and your inner blockages and silence out the illusions in your mind, you're going to break through that, and you're going to break through it very quickly. A Knight of Wands charges towards a new adventure. And notice how this woman here in this Knight of Wands is facing the future, right? So what she is ultimately saying is that I am breaking free because I am truly aligning with my inspired ideas, because I'm seeing a different perspective. I'm choosing to see something a little bit more clearly. And as she's looking towards this Two of Swords here, pile 3, what this is really saying is that don't allow your mind to confuse you or blind you as to what the proper path is. Because you know, this woman here with this Two of Swords, she could literally halt in her steps and not move in any direction and not make a specific choice because she's blindfolded. But if she can see with her higher mind, if she can see with her intuition, she will know that she will always end up exactly where she needs to be and that she will be fully protected. So the Two of Swords is really about making a choice. Now let's see what guidance Spirit has for you in relation to this choice. So we have number 23, which is peace. So this is about finding that inner peace within you, right? Finding that inner peace in your mind. Once you find that balance, once you do the hard work of really allowing yourself to find the stillness and the meditation within. And then we have number 52, which is mending. Yes. So I feel that currently what's going on here, pile 3, is that you have a lot of what I would call ancestral baggage that you are currently needing to go through. And that is why at the center you have the sun, which is freedom. You are breaking free from these limiting patterns and beliefs that have been carried on through the generations of your family line. And I feel that you are mending it for future timelines or future families and timelines to come, because you're going to find that inner peace here. The one thing with peace is that it truly signifies that we have, you know, whether that's prayer, whatever it might be, you know, it's basically freedom. It is freedom from attachments, right? And it's learning to radically accept things as they are. So I feel that a lot of times when we are very uncomfortable with where we are, we resist it. We resist it wholeheartedly. And the thing with radical acceptance is that we just have to accept things as they are. And understand that it's okay. It is okay to be that way, right? It's not about wanting to change. We will ultimately change because we feel we are changing towards our higher being, towards who we are. We're not changing because other people expect us to change. We're changing because we want to change, right? And this one thing is that when you can learn to find that inner peace, that quieting the mind, you will find that restoration and that balance, right? And that is what I absolutely love here. Now, as we move on to number 52, which is mending, right? And this is really about forgiveness. Okay, it's really about making amends. And this is why I feel that this is really about that ancestral trauma that you are currently working through, because you are sort of mending and healing the lines, the lineage in your family when it's associated to this financial discipline. So let's see what additional information you have. Now, you were one of the decks that actually received an additional card from the Magic of Unicorns. So let's see what we have. Okay. Yes. Okay. Number 1, we have be a beacon. So this is about be an inspiration, right? The reason you are currently going through this and why it's necessary is because you are a beacon of light. You are here to light the way for others, right? I feel that you're going to gain a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom in relation to what you currently are experiencing, and it's a way for you to showcase how to get through it. And understand that next you have shower of blessings. So this is really about opening up yourself to receive, right? And understanding that as you are going through this here, pile 3, you're going to be truly blessed. Now, I feel that it's going to be very important for you to truly understand, if this truly does relate to money, it's going to be very important for you to understand the energy of money. What kind of energy are you putting? What kind of emotion are you putting towards money? Because with the shower of blessings, understand that when you allow yourself to be open to receiving, it also gives you an opportunity to give, right? This is about paying it forward. Understanding that when you are blessed with something, that means that you are to keep part of it for yourself, but then give another part of it to someone else. That is how you pay it forward. It is how you continue to keep the wheel of giving and receiving constantly. The more that you give, the more that you receive. It's always an equal give and take here, pile 3. So pile 3, this is a beautiful message for you. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys. Hi, pile 4. This is going to be your message on what information and what insight Spirit has for you in regards to where you currently are in life. So let's go ahead and dive right into your message to see what information and insight Spirit has for you on where you currently are. So right off the bat here, pile 4, we have number 57, teaching and learning. Okay. So here is what Spirit really needs you to know right at this moment. You are really being called towards teaching others and learning through that experience, as well as learning how to become a better teacher. So I really feel this is about becoming a leader, understanding that you are in a position right now to share your knowledge, share your wisdom. This is about learning and growing, right? This is about understanding that the wisdom that you actually gain will not only benefit you, but it will benefit others. And this is where you are really needing to sort of step up as the teacher, the leader, and help others learn through the experiences and the wisdom that you have actually gained here. Understand that everything that you have currently gone through, pile 4, is really an experience that you could ultimately help others through, because others might be experiencing the same thing. They might be going through the same thing, and they actually need someone that they can look up to who can help guide them towards how to get through that particular process. Understand that when you get this card, it also means that you are being asked to be of service to others. So this is where you currently are, and let's see what else we have for you here. So we have number 5, which is goblins. Okay, so I really feel that there's a lot of self-sabotage going on here with this goblins card. Maybe some of you are really feeling that you're not really at teacher level. Maybe some of you aren't really confident enough in your ability to be able to teach. And maybe some of you feel like you haven't learned enough in order to be that teacher. So this is something we're definitely going to address. And then we have number 45, sad embrace. Okay, pile 4, what is going on here? So sad embrace I feel is really about the fear. What are the fears that you currently have associated around teaching and learning here? You know, when I see a goblin, it's usually like self-sabotage. It's usually that inner voice that we have in the back of our minds that really tells us, you know, you're not important enough, or you're not, you know, you don't know enough information. You don't know, like, it's almost like, you know, it brings up that fear. It truly brings up a fear. Because I feel a lot of times when we have that inner goblin, you know, that voice that we often hear in the back of our minds that really tells us here, pile 4, that, you know, you're not good enough. You're not good enough to be the teacher or to be the leader, right? And maybe that's because you've tried it once before and it didn't really pan out the way that you did. You know, sad embrace can be about the fear, but it can also be about, you know, going through a particular loss. So I want to point out here that I feel like where you currently are is you're in a very self-sabotaging space here, or maybe you're just in a space where you're not really understanding how you are going to be able to get through this. So maybe you're actually in the learning phase of what's currently going on, because I feel like that pile 4, that maybe what you're really learning is you're learning how you are self-sabotaging yourself. Maybe you're really learning how to, get through the current loss that you've experienced or what you feel you've lost, right? And this is how going through this experience and really allowing yourself to be vulnerable in this experience, pile 4, is really going to help you become the teacher, the leader of this particular type of experience. Because when it comes to the sad embrace, I feel that this is a place that we particularly choose. Because it's almost like we fall into that victim role. And a lot of times when we have that inner goblin, it's usually that victim role that sort of comes into play. So let's see what the Tarot has for you here. All right. So right off the bat, we have the 8 of Cups. So this is about really needing to walk away from the things that are no longer serving you. Maybe this goblin voice that's going on in the back of your mind is something that we really need to learn to sort of shut out. We need to learn to love. It's a part of us. Understand that when we have that inner goblin, it is a part of us that we need to learn to embrace and that we need to learn to forgive, right? And maybe this goblin can actually be the opinions, the unsolicited advice of others that we need to learn to just walk away from. Next, we have the Page of Wands. Okay, this is about really wanting to move towards something new, right? Because what's here is old, right? You're now wanting this new adventure. You're ready for this new adventure. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, this is about self-love. This is about learning to love and nurture ourselves and where we are. Queen of Cups, beautiful, okay? This is, again, trusting our intuition and being from a very heart-centered space. And last but not least, we have the Fool. Yep, taking a risk. Okay, so here's what this is telling me, pile 4. So right off the bat with the 8 of Cups and the Page of Wands, this is ultimately signifying to me here that you're needing to walk away from, this could be individuals. This could be your own inner voice, that own inner goblin. It's not serving you. It isn't actually helping you achieve anything. And you're not learning anything new from it. So this is where you need to become your own teacher. You need to sort of take this big, giant leap ahead and allow yourself to move in a very new direction, because you know that if you continue down that road, it isn't going to fulfill you. It isn't going to give you what you're needing or what you're desiring, right? The Page of Wands is really about, being truly inspired about new ideas, new things in your life, right? And because your main theme here was teaching and learning, I really feel that this is a way for you to really learn, right? A page is a very young energy and they're very much an apprentice, right? So they're learning. And I feel this is where you're going to learn how to become this Queen of Cups here. This is what is truly transpiring. I feel that you're needing to learn how to overcome this inner goblin, overcome the unsolicited opinions and advice that you receive from other people that are telling you you're not qualified enough, or you don't have all the education or the requirements necessary in order to teach people that. Okay, with this Knight of Cups, what this is really saying is that this is a proposal, right? This is you, your higher self, you needing to sort of propose to yourself how you can love and nurture yourself, how you can forgive yourself, and how you can forgive others for making you feel that you're not adequate enough, or that you're not worthy enough, or that you're not valuable enough. Whatever it is that you're currently experiencing, this is about you needing to learn to give that to yourself. Understand that this Knight of Cups can also represent someone else, but I really feel that what this is representing is you. It's your higher self sort of stepping up to the plate to really help nurture and love you and provide you with the love and the nurturing that you never really received in order to walk away from the things that you know are not serving you. Moving along to this Queen of Cups, this is about being so loving and nurturing towards yourself. A Queen of Cups is in control of her emotions, and she is so intuitive. She never second guesses herself because she knows that she is leading with her heart. And when she is leading with her heart, she is so appreciative and so grateful for all of her experiences because she knows that those experiences have given her purpose. They have given her meaning, and they have truly provided her with the knowledge to be able to teach others how to connect to their inner heart. This is about intuitive heart living. And, you know, a Queen of Cups is so in tune that there is nothing that is going to come in between her and her intuition, because she knows that it comes straight from her heart, and she's loving and she's nurturing. Okay. And remember, I said that this Page of Wands is really learning how to become the Queen of Cups. So this is you learning really how to become the Queen of Cups. Your advice is really about the Fool. It's about understanding that you're going to have to trust and you're going to have to take a leap of faith. Is there a lot of uncertainty in the fact that, you know, you yourself might, you know, not be 100% confident? Absolutely, because the Fool is embarking on a journey that they have no clue what is up ahead for them. But they're trusting, right? The Fool is trusting that they are going to get exactly what they're needing, right? And I feel that when it comes to the Fool, it's really about surrendering, right? Don't expect a specific outcome. Just enjoy the experience. Enjoy the journey, okay? Moving on, we have number 40, which is co-create. I love this. So your message here, your guidance, your advice is, you know, Spirit is wanting you to co-create with him. I love that when you yourself, I love this card because what this card is truly saying is that we have this owl and this leopard right here, or cheetah. And when you put them together, they've created this beautiful egg right here that is spotted, right? And what this truly represents is, this represents your wish. This represents something that you are manifesting, that you yourself are creating, right? And when they work together, they can create beautiful, magical things. And that is ultimately what Spirit wants you to know here. When you align yourself with your higher self, you can create beautiful things. This is about learning to manifest and being inspired to co-create with Spirit. That's really what Spirit's advice is for you. Understand that you're not doing this alone. Understand that they want you to ask them for the assistance and for the guidance so that they could help you through this process. Understand that when you are teaching, you're not just teaching based off of your knowledge. Yes, that is a part of the process, but they are also working with you and through you to provide that knowledge and that wisdom. We also have message in a bottle, number 15. Beautiful. Okay, so what this is really saying is that Spirit is wanting you to connect with them, right? Message in a bottle truly means that we have a specific, this is about communication, right? There is really about connecting with Spirit and having Spirit guide you in the direction that you need to go. Understand that they are only a small but phone call away, right? When we allow ourselves to connect with our intuition and when we meditate and when we focus and when we pray, they're just a small message away. And that message will always point you in the direction that you need to go. And understand that a lot of times when Spirit communicates with you, they communicate with you through through synchronicities, right? They'll send you signs, whether that's in numbers, whether that's in song lyrics, whatever it might be, there is a message in each and everything. I do want to point out here, Pile 4, that lately I have been getting a lot of my messages and signs from Spirit through songs. I will just randomly hear a song in my head and I start singing it, and then I immediately stop and I'm like, I need to check those lyrics, because there is a message. There is something in there that you ultimately need to hear. And that is usually an answer to a question that you might have asked. So really allow, co-create, recognize, ask Spirit for what it is that you need, and be prepared to receive the messages, because they will be coming in for you here, Pile 4. And last but not least, we have Mahatma energy. Okay, what this truly is I feel that this is about you going through an ascension process. This is really about learning to activate your light body. And I find this often happens when we are struggling with our own personal inner goblins. Sometimes we will often refer to them as our own inner demons. And what this truly signifies to me, because you had the Goblins card with the Sad Embrace, Pile 4, I really feel that you are going through a dark night of the soul process, where you are having to leave the old behind and take this massive leap of faith as your new life begins, which is part of your ascension process, right? I really feel that you're going through it very quickly, and Spirit is really wanting you to co-create with them, to work with them. And to really listen to the signs, the messages that they are providing you on a daily basis here, on how to love and nurture yourself and allow yourself to be in a very loving, forgiving, nurturing space, because that is what you're needing to do. This is about you learning how to be in that space, but also recognizing that by being in that space and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and be authentic, you're also teaching other people. I do want to point out that this deck, so if you were drawn to another deck, this deck also had a very similar message to pile number 2. So if you were drawn to pile number 2, I'm going to advise you to go back to pile number 2 and watch that message, because they were very similar, and I felt like they're kind of similar, but I feel that there might be a message there for you as well. So pile 4, this is your beautiful message from Spirit on where you currently are in life, and I hope that it provided you with a lot of clarity and guidance. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.